All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Reno, and I'm part of the student admissions team at GBS Dubai. So it's a pleasure to welcome you today to today's webinar. We are truly honored to have Dr. Rashma RSV with us as our esteemed speaker. Dr. Rashma brings with her an impressive 14 years of experience in both teaching and research in higher education, having worked across UAE, UK, and India. Currently, she is a faculty of GBS Dubai. She mentors level 4 and level 5 students in the Pearson BTech H&D in construction management. Her academic journey is nothing short of remarkable. Dr. Rashma earned her doctorate in civil engineering from the prestigious National Institute of Technology in Karnataka, with research focused on seismic and shear resistance of pervious concrete columns in improved ground. Search that has contributed significantly to the field, as evidenced by her published articles in SCI and Scopus Index journals and book chapters. So Dr. Rashma's accomplishments extend beyond her doctoral research. She is the recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Board Chairman's Gold Medal and the Institute Gold Medal, recognizing her exceptional academic performance at both the undergraduate and graduate levels. Additionally, she is an active member of several renowned engineering organizations, including the Society of Engineers here in the UAE and the American Society of Civil Engineers, ASCE, and the Institute of Civil Engineers in UK, among others. Her presentation today, titled From Site to Strategy, A Career Pathway in Construction Management, will definitely provide valuable insights into the dynamic and evolving field of construction management. Whether you are a student, a professional, or someone who is interested in this sector, Dr. Rashma's expertise and experience will undoubtedly provide you with the most valuable takeaways. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Rashma RSV. Dr. Rashma?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you so much, Reno, for the wonderful introduction for me. Okay, I hope my slides are visible, right? Can you please confirm if my slides are visible?
No, we can't see it.
Just a second. Okay, let me reshare. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's go ahead. Hello everyone, welcome to this webinar. I'll be taking you through the journey of construction management here at GBS Dubai and the career pathways which is available after this program. Okay, let me start with the abbreviations. We have BTech, which we will be using throughout, which is Business and Technology Education Council. We have HNC, Higher National Certificate, Higher National Diploma, HND, and CM, Construction Management. So here we are delivering Pearson BTech, Higher Nationals in Construction Management. This is the latest specification which was released in September 2023. The latest means so that you will get to know about the latest technologies that has been adopted in the construction sector. And then again, it is a constantly evolving world, especially the construction field. And once you finish this course, you can progress to either level 6 and also you can enhance your career opportunities within the sector. Moving on, our BTech qualifications are approved by Pearson, which is worldwide accepted, as well as by the Knowledge Human and Development Authority by Dubai. Now we have qualification titles, Level 4 Pearson BTech Higher National Certificate in Construction Management, as well as Level 5 Pearson BTech Higher National Diploma in Construction Management. So typically we have these many units as you can see on the screen. It's a 2-year program, and in year 1 you will be learning about the units such as construction technology, the construction environment, legal and statutory responsibilities in construction, digital applications for construction information, tender and procurement, and a construction design project. Along with the core units, which are highlighted in red, we do have the units which are already selected, which is mostly suitable for the current scenario. One is surveying, measuring, and setting up, because surveying plays a very important role in construction management. Along with that, we all know about sustainability, and I'm sure that everyone has heard about United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the role of construction managers or civil engineering professionals or anyone who works within the built environment is connected with or related to. So we have principles of refurbishment which aligns with the UAE guidelines on sustainability within the built sector, and these units are carefully selected. Moving on to year 2 of second year of this program, we have project management, we have advanced construction drawing and detailing, construction technology for complex building projects, personal professional development, and a group project, which are core units. Along with the core units, we have optional units, again carefully selected, which plays a very important role in construction management or in the construction management journey. So we have contracts and management, sustainable methods of construction, and value engineering and cost control. And if you see the units, and if you are someone who has some idea about construction or someone who is working in this sector, who's looking forward for a qualification, these units, the titles make sense, right? So if you see in construction technology, there are a lot of terminologies associated with construction which needs to be known to people who work in the sector. So when it comes to year 2, you have advanced construction, drawing and detailing, and construction technology for complex building projects. We have simple buildings, let's say take example of villa, and then complex building projects. You can consider a high-rise building and so on. So again, the construction, the basic technologies remains the same, but there are some techniques and strategies that you have to plan for complex building projects, and that you will be learning over here. And the people who are working in the construction industry need to know about what's going on, so that will help you understand in the unit which is construction environment. Now, all the construction and the industry is being regulated by the UAE guidelines, especially we are in Dubai. So again, we follow all the legal and statutory requirements in construction. So we learn about that so that we can apply those things in the construction field. And we do have some softwares that we use in the construction field for drawing and detailing, like for example, AutoCAD or Revit. So all these 2 softwares are being covered in this 2-year program. We have tender and procurement, which comes in the pre-construction stage, which is a crucial stage in every project. And then we have surveying, measuring, and setting out. I'm sure you must have seen the road surveys, you must have seen the building surveys and so on, so that you will get an idea about what is important in the sector and how we can go about it. And again, coming back to principles of refurbishment, it is connected to sustainable methods of construction and vice versa. Because if you see the UAE goals of sustainability, by 2030, all the new buildings will be sustainable, all the existing buildings need to be sustainable. So again, principles of refurbishment in that sense will have a large and huge scope, and that's why we have carefully chosen that unit so that the students will be benefited. And again, we have buildings which needs to be refurbished, maybe based on a 10-year plan or maybe based on a 20-year plan. So that also will help you to understand and navigate that field. And then we have project management. We do have a lot of softwares. Maybe for a simple project in some countries, they rely on Excel, but we have a lot of activities. If you see, if you know about construction field, we have a lot of activities which needs to be, again, monitored. First, you have to plan, then monitor, and then you have to ensure that we are tracking it so that all the projects could be delivered within the timeline and within the budget, obviously, with the quality and everything. So that's what project management says, and that covers within the program. We do have advanced construction drawing and detailing, in which you will be learning about the advanced version. From AutoCAD, you will be learning about Revit software. And then coming to personal professional development, in our program, we always focus on the overall development of the students. So as a part of it, we emphasize the students to identify their short-term goals as well as long-term goals. For example, if a student is coming straight from grade 12, let's say example, they may not be aware about the goals that they have to focus on. So we help them frame their goals, be it short-term goals and the long-term goals, based on their passion and then based on their dreams, and then we help them to do it. So again, personal professional development, and they will plan ahead so that they can achieve something in their life. Again, if you are someone who's experienced and looking for a formal qualification, so in that case, you are aware of the goals, but we help them map with the current regulation, current scenario, and how you can do a continuous learning to stay focused in the field. Contracts and management, you will get to see the real contracts of real projects, and then you will understand the role of contracts and how it could be managed when it comes to extension of time, claim delays, and things like that. Okay. Let's come to value engineering and cost control, which plays a very important and crucial role, again, in sustainability. And then we have projects. If you see, in year 1, we have an individual project in level 4. And then in year 2, you have a group project. We have a lot of activities and in-class workshops that happens, which will inculcate your presentation skills, your team working skills, your communication skills, and again, your overall development. And I hope that the unit delivery plan of program is very clear to all of you. Let's move on. So if you see, we have academic year. So this is the academic year plan for 2025-2026. We started this academic year in semester 1. Right now, I think we are delivering 2 units, which are Unit 5 and Unit 7. Here you can see semester 2, we are in this level. And then we have semester 4, whose intake is in March. And then we have semester 4, whose intake will start from June 2026. Okay, so these are the units that we cover. So total of 8 units are being offered, and each unit they are having the credit value of 15. Okay, 15 credits. And then similar to year 1, we do have the courses which are offered for level 5, and you can see the units allocation is 2 units per semester, so that you will successfully complete the program within 2 years. Okay, all these arrangements are made in such a way that all these units are again connected with the previous units, as well as if the students are joining, then they will be given a pre-orientation so that we will help them navigate through the journey. And another thing is, we always make sure that one is a lighter unit and one is a heavier unit, so that again you can balance along with your schedule. Okay, let's move on. Okay, once you finish this diploma program, there are two pathways. One is you can proceed to higher education. That means you can do a level 6 program and then you can get a top-up university degree. So this program is equivalent to university year 1 and 2. And then if you want to work after a higher national diploma program, then you can also proceed for employment. So whatever details that we discuss at the class will definitely be helping you to secure an employment as well as for progressing in your career wherever you are. Okay, so we do have a dedicated progression team over here who will help you navigate to go to level 6, and then you can meet once you start working with us or joining us in level 4. Moving on, so this Higher National Diploma program is a 2-year program. So the first year it is of 120 credits, and combined with the second year it will become 240 credits. And let's move forward. This is a 2-year program. Always please ensure to complete this 2-year program because the, HNC, yes, more than HNC, HND is considered as more as a diploma program. Now let's moving forward. When it comes to the qualification, there is a total qualification time required is 240 credits, which is equivalent to 2,400 hours. That means in higher national diploma, there is guided learning in which the tutor, the faculty will be helping you with the basic information and the other things, but you need to have some time dedicated to do independent learning as well. Because independent learning will be there with you throughout. So that's why the program or the specification as per the Pearson guidelines says that we need to have independent learning hours. So please ensure that you are ready to help yourself so that you learn more about what has been covered during the sessions or during the journey with us. All right. Generally, the level 5 students who complete the diploma program can progress to level 6, maybe in the field of construction management, maybe in construction project management, construction engineering management, plus many other courses which are related to construction. Now, in the next slide, I'm going to show you some other courses, level 6 programs or courses which are related if you are someone trying to progress to a university level 6. So the titles include BSc Civil Engineering and let's say Building Surveying, Quantity Surveying, Architectural Technology, Building Services, Construction Management, Construction Project Management, maybe Engineering Management, Facilities Management, and so on. However, please note that all the learners who would like to progress to level 6 should also check the entry requirements of the university they are willing to enroll to, because every university will have certain specific criteria. So you need to ensure that all those requirements are fulfilled. Again, Pearson qualifications are worldwide accepted, and we have our students who has progressed to different universities in different parts of the world, and they are learning. Okay, let's move on. So when it comes to jobs, so if there is anyone who would like to progress in their career or maybe start employment right after the studies, maybe there are some different job roles like design coordinator, an assistant design coordinator, maybe DB, design build coordinator, maybe a site supervisor assistant, maybe a design technician. You need to start again as an intern if you're new to this field. That means if you're someone who just finished your 12th grade and you would like to start doing it, I would say that you will start as an intern and then you progress to different levels based on the field within the sector. There are different fields within the sector. Okay, maybe you are someone interested in the site as a site supervisor, then you have to go in that field. If you are someone who is looking for a quality within the field, quality assurer, or sometimes a QA QC engineer or someone like that, you have to go like that. If you are someone who's looking for the site as a site officer, then you have to think in that way. Someone in health and safety, then you have to go in that way. If you're someone in planning who is interested in planning, then you have to go in that way. If it is a surveyor, cost control, and then you have to go in that way. If you're someone who would like to design, and then you have to go in that way. So along with this, there are so many other roles which are evolving in the built environment. If you see, with the advancement of artificial intelligence and other technologies that you have to uh, check for. And we do have approvals engineer. There are approvals engineer who will be working or in relation with different legal authorities, which is concerned with built environments such as Dubai municipality or DEWA or many other plus plus. So Roads and Transport Authority, you have to get NOC in. So that title is known as approvals engineer. Maybe in some other countries it is not available, but there is a title over here, role over here. And then once you finish with us, you are familiar with all the legal and statutory requirements, and then you can apply for that. There are so many other roles. Again, it depends on the passion. So these are for students, let's say, if you are new to this profession. Other type would be that if you're someone who's trying to start maybe an own company as a founder, in that case, see, so you will know about all the procedures that happens, the processes that goes through, whom you have to approach. You have to develop a project team to deliver, maybe sometimes to oversee. So it depends on which part you're going to start your company and which field. There are multiple companies that you can actually start, which is connected with built environment. Okay, let's move on. Yes, in Pearson qualifications, we focus on employability skills. So we ensure that the students are employable. That is true because many of the students, they have got their opportunity to start as an intern and still doing it right now. And we focus on problem solving skills. We have a lot of case studies which help them to understand the critical thinking, and also they come up with different solutions, and then they compare with the solutions that they applied during the problems that or challenges that occurred in this site. We always focus on, or we make use of digital technology to improve the processes as well as to improve the solutions. And we also ensure that the students can improve their communication skills. We try to inculcate presentation skills or communication skills in order to ensure that they communicate during their meetings. In construction field, if you see, we have monthly progress meetings and weekly progress meetings in which they need to communicate as and when they are in that position to address those. So we also ensure that they have self-management skills. So time management, we tell them to do. So there'll be some works and assignments that we'll be giving, so that we'll ask them to finish within the time. And they have to learn what the adaptability skills. The world is changing. They need to know about how to be resilient. They actually do self-review, and then if they understand that part, and then they can improve only if they understand their skills and the skill gaps, and they will definitely know how to improve. And so they do reflection in their studies, and then they do plan, and then they do the higher level activities, maybe higher studies or maybe employment, or maybe based on their dream roles or plans they have. Along with that, we need to have leadership skills. Again, I told you about the communication skills, team working skills, negotiation skills, how to be an example for everyone, to the peers, to the colleagues, and so on. And then the soft skills, we also focus on soft skills basically. And when it comes to built sector, we do have commercial sector in place, which is the real estate sector. So in this program, they get an idea about the construction sector, they learn about the real estate sector here. And then some students, they go for real estate companies. Sometimes they will get involved in real estate regulations and all the other things. as a real estate consultant. So they need to know about the business skills, and then they will understand the legal and statutory responsibilities and how to manage the entire thing. All right, so let's move on. So basically, when it comes to the levels of competency, we have level 4 operational and level 5 managerial, or sometimes level 6 is considered as a professional level. So we always say that the students should, or we encourage them to finish all level 5 qualifications so that they can continue to do what they do, or maybe they can progress in their career, or maybe they can start as an intern to have an experience or to start building in the sector. So we do not have any marking system when it comes to the assignments, but we do have a qualitative assessment, which is pass, merit, and distinction. Each units are having 15 credits. So based on the grade that they achieve, be it pass, merit, and distinction, pass will carry 4 points, merit 6 points, and distinction 8 points. Based on that, you will get an overall pass, merit, or distinction based on the accumulated points. And then you will get a certificate in level 4. And then again, continuously, we have 8 and 8, 16 units in total. So based on that, if you get these many points within 420 and 599, you get a pass. And then this many points, you get a merit. And then if it is 840 plus points, you get a distinction. Okay, we always encourage the students to go for higher grades, both merit and distinction, to have a better chance with higher education, as well as they are inculcated with all the information they want in the sector to work, or maybe to start their own company. All right, moving on. So there are some examples in which our students have been a part of. So one of such example is role of professional bodies. We do have a lot of professional bodies within the built environment. Some of them are based in UK. We do have student chapters over here in the Middle East. So likewise, we do have a lot of professional bodies. You can see on the screen, like Institution of Civil Engineers. I'm just naming some of the prominent ones. All of them are prominent, with major ones, or maybe one of the oldest ones. American Society of Civil Engineers. And when you register with us, you all become a part of it when you register it with the GBS credential. So you can see one example on my screen. So a student has got a student membership in this one. Why the student membership is important in the professional body? Because it's a starting point for some students. And again, these professional bodies offer a lot of opportunities so that you get to learn from the professionals already in the sector, right? So this is one of the achievements that our students have when you are joining with us. All right, moving on. We do a lot of industry engagement activities. This is the picture of the latest visit that we have done in the previous semester. We had a visit to 3M facility, who supplies a lot of construction materials to the construction industry in the Middle East. Okay, so there is one domain that you can think about, and that is how our students get experienced with. Again, I'm taking you to another picture which shows you the in-class activities that we have done for the unit, which is construction technology. As you can see, the students are building towers with frames. So the buildings that you see over here in Dubai are mostly reinforced concrete buildings, RCC buildings, and we do have 3D printed buildings too. Basically, you can see here RCC construction. So that was the topic that we discussed on that particular day, and we had hands-on activities to understand how these things work, the concept, to have a better understanding of the concepts. Okay, moving on. So we do have other expert lectures from professionals who actually work on the site. As you can see in the picture, so the speaker was explaining about the site investigation and the other domains other than the buildings. That is what we discuss mostly here. But again, there are other domains in which there is a scope for construction management. As you can see, again, based on the passion, you can divert to any of the sector that you are interested in within the construction field. All right, moving on. We had a wonderful session from North, who is also a sustainable, it's a company who is very sustainable and who supplies a lot of materials, panel systems, and sealing solutions to different companies, especially in the Middle East as well as all across the globe. So they had come to visit our students, and that they took a wonderful session to all the students, and students got benefited from this. So we have industry connect at every point that the students need to make use of so that they can learn from the professionals in the field, especially in the Middle East, which can be also applicable to all across the globe. Okay, so moving on, we had other industry engagement sessions. So we went to a summit with our students in order to understand what is going on. So that was basically for, the topic was basically about the sustainable solutions that we need to focus on moving forward. And it was done by the Kingspan. And that was the initiative taken by the industry engagement team, and they have done a wonderful job in helping us go there, network with the professionals. Yes, networking in the sector is going to be helpful for all those who are trying to be in the sector to start with, or maybe to start your own company. Again, that is a very good opportunity and networking, so that you will understand how to. So you can see our students in the picture discussing with the professionals over there. Okay, so these are the opportunities that you get when you join with us. And then we had also some sustainable building competition. You can see the model over there on the right side of the screen. And we have invited students. Again, we explained to them what is sustainability, and again, sustainability is core of the construction sector. Nowadays, you must be knowing about all these. You must have at least heard about this term multiple times. Sustainability, we have to be sustainable. So whatever practices or whatever things that we do is again revolving around the sustainability goals. All right, moving on, we also went to Expo City. I think we have a plan to visit again. For the current students, these are the old students or alumni we have. And then we visited in order to understand the master plan, how it is being done, the sustainable buildings, and also for understanding the legal requirements too. So we spent almost, I think, half a day there, and then we had it was a wonderful day to actually to get an idea about all the sustainability pavilions and all those things that we visited. All right, so we have visits along with, I think I mentioned about the surveying, which is a crucial part. I'm sure those who are new to this field, you must have seen these kind of equipments on the field. So that is surveying in construction. Our students in level 4, they do a small short survey around the campus so that they will have an idea about why it is being done and how to do it and how to manage it basically. All right. Again, we had an interaction with the CEO on sustainable water production. Again, it is also connected to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And this was again arranged from the industry engagement team. And then you can see our students enjoyed the talk, and it was a great session. Again, moving on, we go to different buildings with unique designs. For example, let's say Mohammed bin Rashid Library, and then we have been to Museum of the Future and to understand the unique design, the features, to see, and then to understand many other things. So you can see our students over here. And then we have been to another museum, so that the students will get an idea about different features or facilities, again, building services, which differs from public building and many other things. Okay, moving on. Okay, we have attended different panel discussions. Again, panel discussions will help the students to understand the topics of interest, the topics that the industry is discussing, how to improve, how we can collaborate, how we can give our solutions, how to network. You are seeing the professionals talking, isn't it? So you get an idea about how to communicate, how to be, how to initiate a conversation with them. Again, you learn by doing. Again, you will do it again and again so that you will get an idea about how to do it. And then these are other pictures. I think it was the second visit or third visit. You can see a lot of buildings with different designs, which when they see it, they will get a lot of idea to do their own project. They have an individual project in level 4, which helps them to understand how to do different kind of unique designs sometimes, yes, but you have to make sure that it can be constructed. And again, different technologies, we get to know about what's coming. So the new technologies, sometimes we'll get to see these kind of new technologies. So we got to see new technologies when we went to see in Museum of the Future, so which can be incorporated in their design. Our students actually reflect on what they have seen when we go for site visits. And some of them are completed buildings, still we get to learn some of the other details. So we also got a chance to visit the first sustainable building in the UAE. So that is the net zero carbon building in the UAE, in which we saw a lot of sustainable features they have incorporated, and you can see the picture over there. And then our students had reflected the same experience so that they are learning by seeing all the facilities or features that has been adopted in their sustainable building. And this is another picture which shows the surveying activities which has taken place in the previous year. And then moving on. So we did go for some site visits. This is one of the sites that we visited in Dubai. Again, the visit to construction sites are sometimes tricky. So the projects are running on maybe tight deadlines. So it's very difficult to get approvals for site visit, but still we managed to go there and see the sites. You can see our students seeing the tests happening over there, the concreting, as well as whatever was done on this site, like secant piling. They saw about different groundworks, the foundation works basically happen on that particular site. All right, moving on. Okay, so this is a work which has been submitted by one of our students, which gives you information about the master planning and building regulations that we follow in Dubai. So if you're someone in the field, you will understand these things. Some of you must have heard about the 2040 master plan of Dubai. So our discussions or classroom discussions and all those revolves around this 2040 master plan. You get to know about the things that is going on and then how we are doing the construction activities over here. In Dubai, if you see, again, it is an evolving field with a lot of advancements than any other country, I would say, especially in the construction field, when it comes to maybe sustainability, when it comes to latest technologies which is being adopted, and the easy of doing business, then easy of doing the construction approvals process and everything. So our students use a lot of case studies to substantiate the work, as well as they rely on many other things so that we get an idea about what's going on in the region. All right. Especially when it comes to construction field, when it comes to a project team, we have client who's a building owner, and then we have a main contractor or general contractor who basically is the main delivery team member. And then we have many other personals like maybe let's say consultants. Again, we have sub-consultants and so on. We have project management consultancy. We have many subcontractors. We have many suppliers. We have material suppliers and so on. So basically in the construction field, you will have to manage n number of people all around. Project teams, a lot of people are there, a lot of companies are there. So what you have to understand is a lot of things or a lot of companies, a lot of opportunities are there, in a project over here in Dubai, you need to have a consultant. Without that, you will not get any approval. So other than design and build, even in design and build, the contractor need to register themselves as a consultant as well. So if you see, there are a lot of project team, you have a lot of opportunities. And when it comes to UAE, if you have listened to the news or someone who follows the advancements or related to Middle East advancements, if you see a lot of projects are on the way, if you see all the projects are happening, many projects are happening. The only thing that you need to have is you should be ready to work really hard so that you can again progress from where you are now to where you want to be. Again, that commitment should be there for this program. Okay, going on, again, the construction field has a lot of stages, I would say. We say it as life stage of construction cycle, so construction project. And then it starts from, let's say, design, and then plan, and then construct, and then you use it, and then there is an end of life, and maybe you will reuse it, or maybe you will go for demolition. So each of these have different stages, and each of these stages will have different companies who will be part of it. So for example, if it is in implementing the construction, you have again client, consultant, then contractors, subcontractors, material suppliers, and so on. If it is demolition also, you will have plan, design, and so on. So again, all these things, for example, if you see in this wider circle, transport, you will have companies related to that. You will have construction materials, companies related to that. Construction installation, you will have companies related to that. Maintenance companies, facilities management, all of these are again connected to built environment. You have real estate, again, that is connected to construction. Raw material supply. And if you see in this sector, real estate is booming. That means all the other subparts are also booming, right? So everything is again connected together. And if you see, all of these have specific requirements of personals which are getting reduced. So that means there is a huge scope of this program in the world, all over the world. Construction is not going to start. People need place to live, right? So basically, we need facilities and many other things. So throughout the life cycle of the project, any project, so it's a cycle that continues. Okay, it's not stopping. So you have a huge opportunity to grow, learn. Again, it should be a continuous learning. Technologies keep changing. You need to adapt. You have to be resilient enough so that you are ready to learn. Learning is something which is continuous, which also is emphasized in our program. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is a website screenshot which has been taken from one of the websites in Dubai. Here you can see as a consultant, there are some services that we have to get. Again, there are some companies who does. You can also start your journey as maybe as a client, maybe as a developer, I would say, maybe as a consultant, maybe as a contractor, or someone who is going to work in this sector. Okay. So again, this is a recent picture that we have taken. I think it was last week. Yes, our students enjoyed visiting the master plan of DKP, Dubai Knowledge Park. So this is where we are located in. And you can see how the students, they enjoyed the facility. They understood the facilities that we need to plan before you start doing the master plan and other things related to it. And we also located our place. All right, moving on. So basically our qualifications, if you see, it is practical based. We use a lot of case studies. We get to use a lot of documents, the real documents that construction projects use, thanks to all those who supplies to us. And so that means all our discussions are based on the real world of work, because we rely on the projects, real projects. So basically, our students get to learn whatever the employers are doing or employers are looking forward to. So we do not have any examinations. We do have some small quizzes in class. So it is purely assignment based. Our assignments are a different variety of assignments. It's not a report system that we use. We do have reports. We have PowerPoint presentations, which is common in the sector. We have poster presentations. We have different variety of assessments so that the students will be in a position to inculcate all the skills that is required for their overall development. So the grading, as I mentioned, is pass, merit, and distinction. So basically, if you do your work on time within the deadline, it is stress and tension free. And we do have external examiners who have appreciated all our efforts in helping our students to achieve their maximum. And I think, yeah, that's it. And I'll be happy to take any questions that you may have. All right. So are
All
we still
right.
there?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, we are. Thank you for that wonderful presentation, Dr. Rashma. So I love those pictures. Imagine who would have thought that you can enjoy and learn at the same time. You and your
That's
students have been to the Museum of the Future, which is one of the scenic infrastructure here in the UAE, and also
that's right.
Expo 2020. So what you guys are waiting for? If you're interested in construction management program, you will learn all about it and at the same time having to see the most scenic infrastructures here in the UAE as well. All right. So I do have a couple of questions here. Um,
Okay.
so Shan, unfortunately, I could not read your question because I can only understand English. So I'll skip yours. I'm gonna go to the question of Rija Fatima. Her question is, after having this 2-year degree, how much expert I will be in construction management?
Okay. Um, the question again, it depends on you. I do not know what is your previous qualification, what have you done before, what's your experience, and all the other things. Yeah, you will be expert in understanding. You will see a lot of development personally as well as professionally in your sector. That I can assure. It again depends on how much effort that you put into, right? Please help us to help you. That's what I would say.
That's absolutely true. Yes, it's very simple. We are here to help you out. It's basically we work hand in hand. Basically, that's what's happening.
That's right.
All right. I have another question from Jaward Baluku. I am Jaward, and I wanted to ask: do you have financial aid to international students who have the desire to join the program, but they are limited by finances? So I guess I'll be the one to answer that, Dr. Rashma. I'm part of the
Yes.
admissions team, everyone. So my email address as well as contact details are also in the chat box in case you would like to know more about admission process. We do counseling to students. We check their background, we check their financial capacity, and we help as much as we can. So we do have limited scholarship slots. So depending on your qualification, we will assess your profile, and I might be able to help you with scholarship. To answer your question, yes, we provide scholarship, especially for those people that are in the African Asian region who needs support financially. All right, so feel free to contact me. My number is in the chat box. Let's see another question. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. So I have another question here from someone online. How has construction management evolved in the UAE from site-based roles to strategic leadership?
Okay. So those who are in the construction field, or sometimes you must have seen a lot of works going around, maybe in your home country or maybe in Dubai. But everyone will think, okay, it is all about site-based roles. But no, there are a lot of roles in different life stages of the project. I've shown you towards the end. If you try to recollect, there are a lot of stages within the construction sector, and each of the construction sector requires many people, and then you have a lot of roles available, which again, it keeps evolving. At the moment, yes, it is steady, but again, with AI, there will be a lot of things which are going to be easy, but again, for doing it, we need still people who knows about how to use with the changing technology. So again, if you see, a lot of things, if it's just like usage of computer or maybe usage of calculator, it's just like it will become a part of our life. All right, I think I
All
answered that
right.
question. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you. Yes, you did. Another question from one of our viewers. What major trends will shape construction management careers in the UAE by 2026?
Yes, that's a good question. But yes, 2026, I would say UAE is seeing a lot of construction activities because UAE is trying to diversify from oil-based economy to different other sectors. In that, the prime one is of real estate. So real estate means again the construction sector and plus the infrastructure facilities and other facilities. So when it comes to technological challenges, right now we have some mandate on usage of building information modeling in some of the projects which are very critical or like unique projects. But in some cases, yes, they can still rely on the other methods like AutoCAD. You need to have AutoCAD, which is a mandatory thing. But for complex projects, yes, you need to have Revit, and Revit makes your life easier when it comes to 3D modeling or any other thing. You do have a lot of softwares which is being used. Maybe I don't think that it is by 2026. 2026 will, I think it will ensure that all the construction professionals are having a formal qualification, which is a mandatory requirement over here. If you see the engineers who are working in the industry, Society of Engineers card is becoming mandatory. So that card will be only applicable only if you have a formal qualification and relevant experience to the field. So I think in that way it is going to be more stricter in this sector. It is still stricter only, but again it is going to be more formalized in that way. Uh, when it comes to the technological advancement, yet yes, it is happening. I'm not saying it is not happening. It is happening, but again, it needs to be adapted to a wider audience, I would say. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Wonderful answer. Thank you for that. Okay. I have a question from Sushant. Which is the scope of construction management? What is the difference between project engineer?
Project engineer and a construction manager.
Yeah.
Every project, if you see, construction project is also a project. Again, it depends on which life cycle of the project you are dealing with. Maybe a project engineer in the design, maybe as a structural engineer, maybe as a project engineer in the structural engineering field or in the design field, okay, or maybe in the building services field, or it maybe in this site supervision field and many other things. Again, it all depends on what exactly you want. So what we are trying to tell you is there are a lot of fields within the construction sector which you can go into. That is one thing that you will understand, and then you have to find out the passion. Okay, so based on your passion and based on your qualification, you can divert and then you can go towards that goal. Okay,
All right.
and
Thank you for
you will
that.
again, the construction technologies or terminologies in different types of buildings will vary, which you will learn depending on which part that you are entering into. Okay, but all the information which are related to construction technology you will get to know, especially for the buildings which are very common. But when it comes to dam or any complicated projects, let's say airport and all those, if you are in that transportation sector, you will get to know about that. All right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Another question from Nikhat Fatima. What is the job role range of architect after pursuing construction management who has been working in consultancies for the past 6 years?
So I think the question is about the range. You mean the
Yes,
salary
range.
package? I think it's the salary package, right?
Um,
Is it
job role range. I
job
think so.
role
Yes.
range? So
Yes.
I think Fatima is having an experience
Yeah.
as an architect, isn't it? Okay, so you have an experience in architecture as a design, the design field. If you're asking about the salary range, I would say that it depends on a lot of factors like where your experience is from, first of all, maybe because Middle East experience sometimes they prefer to, and how many years of experience do you have a required qualification or not, or maybe depending on the company pay structure and many other factors. Range, maybe you can start if you're fresher in that field, you can always start as an assistant design or this architect, or maybe urban designer or something like that, and then you can build your career. Okay, I won't say any salary range because it depends on the project size. It depends on how many projects that you will be handling, the company structure, and all the laws and regulations related to that particular thing. Okay, so I did not put any range. It depends on the company, basically, where you will be getting it.
That's absolutely true. And
Yeah,
you also increase your range based on experience eventually. So it's kind
yeah,
of a
that's
process, right?
right. Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, it's like a
All
ladder.
right.
You have to climb if you're
Correct.
starting it. Yeah,
Mm.
or even if
All
you're
right.
starting in between, yes, you have to climb the ladder. Yes. It's a
Totally agree.
progress,
All right.
basically, continuous learning and progress. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I still see a lot of questions. Unfortunately, we don't have that much of time, but I do appreciate all your questions. I appreciate everyone who spent their 1 hour with us. And for those who are asking about scholarships, I skip all of those questions. I see them because it's the same. We offer scholarship, and for new admissions, you can contact us. For those who could not see my contact details in the chat box, I'm gonna mention this right now and you can take note of it. My number is plus 971 52548 7988. I'll repeat, plus 971 52548 7988. My name is Reno. I'm part of the admissions team. And if you're interested to get admitted in our construction management program or even any other programs available at GVS, I'll be happy to assist you. Thank you so much for attending us today. Thank you, Dr. Rashma, for the wonderful presentation and for being active in answering the questions. And thank you for everyone who has raised their questions and very cooperative. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And do you have anything to say, Dr. Rashma, before we end?
No, I'll see you soon, maybe. And thank you
All
so
right.
much,
See you
guys, for
soon.
joining.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope you
All right.
enjoyed the session. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Mhm.